Hello, hello. Frosty510 here. Welcome to Disco Elysium, and this is first time playing Disco Elysium Part 5. Now, we've talked to most chaps in the vicinity, and, now we're just... I've got the roadblock. So we have the fellow guarding the bridge controls. Are they bridge controls, or are they, like, barrier controls? And he wants me to subscribe to his, racial theory, which is the... What was it called again? So we have options.
Your race descent has only worsened since I last saw you. You have really let yourself go.
So we can subscribe to his advanced race theory, or we can try and get skill points to get physical instrument. Okay, so we have physical instrument 3. Composure 6. Do we have anything that... any clothing that boosts it would be a good idea, wouldn't it? So we get physique +1 here. Reaction speed. Physical instrument work it. So we can get... So we lose conceptualization. So if we drink, we get physique 2. It says we only have physique at 3. Am I getting any minuses to physique? +1. Let's have a look. Physique. Physical instrument. Total is 4. So we need to get it to 6. So we're just one short, really. Let's have a little quick look again.
Your race descent has only worsened since I last saw you.
4.
You have really let yourself go.
So I'm not sure exactly what we need to get. I think it's 6. That seems right, but... Yeah, so we get to 5. We just need to find one more item that can get us over that. Because I just don't want to subscribe to his racial theory. I just don't. Fair income. I do not. He's a filthy racist, and yeah, I'm not really having a bar of it. To be frank, I think the premise of all of that is absolutely effing bullshit. So yeah, significant bullshittery. I don't think we got anything left to say.
At an opportune moment. Is awful wet.
We talked to everyone around here. We talked to the truck drivers. So we're still missing a truck driver that is the most suspicious. I think another female truck driver. My boy Kimmy here, he ain't got nothing for me. You got any ideas, mate? Because
Yes.
seriously. Ah, it's fine. I swear you can climb around there.
An old monument stands in the middle of the traffic island, pointing toward the sea. It looks as if it's been reassembled piece by piece, secured and mounted in the air with the aid of numerous ropes and rods. A
Who is
silver
this?
plaque on the statue's pedestal reads, "I am Philip III, the Squanderer, the greatest of the Philippian kings of Revachol, son of Philip II, the opulent, father of Philip IV, the insane."
Okay, let's do a roll. I'm a gambler.
What did he do? You have no idea what you did a week ago. How would you know? High above you, the king stands triumphantly oblivious to your memory trouble.
Damn it. Goods from the lorry haphazardly litter the surroundings. Okay, so we talk to this fellow. Any more we can talk? Any more we can get out of him?
Make way for the master poet.
Um.
I don't want to talk about that.
Whoa. He shifts around, suddenly uncomfortable, then looks away.
I was hoping it isn't going to be her.
He bites his lip.
All I can say is, she isn't around here anymore. She isn't some evil drug trafficker. And I don't know where she is.
I asked you who's conducting the drug trade. You said you didn't know. Now you're
I
saying you
did,
do?
man. I told you I was hoping it's not her. That she wouldn't be mixed up in it.
Who is she
A
to you?
friend? An acquaintance. I don't know. She was the only person in this damn jam I could talk to. She's someone I don't want to rat out to the law, okay?
Who is this person? What's her
Thank
name?
God I don't know. People here call her the lady driver. She kept her name a secret. From me, too. Now I see why.
What does she
A
look
youngish
like?
woman. Gruff, but in a cool way.
What color hair?
Blue and violet. Dyed. It was violet when she got here.
Oh, we saw a
blue before
blue-haired
she
girl.
went.
Then she may have dyed it again.
Damn, I don't want to... Please just let it go. Whatever she did, it can't be that bad. She's not a bad person. I know that much.
We can't just let it go. It's part of a police investigation.
That's how it always is with you, isn't it? All part of the investigation.
He shakes his head.
The girl's troubled. If you hunt her down, she may not survive it. I can't have that on my conscience.
It won't come to that. We won't pursue her on this. This is information only.
I don't believe you. She's got the darkness in her. That young person's darkness when you think it's all over. And you're looking for a way out.
She shared this with you?
Yes. Which is why I don't want to snitch on her.
So she's at a risk of personal safety. On her own accord. It's not snitching, it's just a question. Life is just a joke.
I heard the rumors. I saw the other drivers looking at me strange when we talked. And she told me, too, that she's had a violent life. But I wasn't afraid of her. More like for her.
Ooh.
Did this violent life include drug trafficking?
Well, it looks like it did now. But we didn't talk about that. We talked about life, you know? She talked about her mind. The way it worked. The trouble it was giving her. Fuck, man. Go grill someone else with these questions, okay? There are plenty of drivers here who couldn't stand her, or were afraid of her. They'd be more than happy to rat her out.
He's right. There are other options. The raceman, for one.
I don't want to talk to the race man.
Push Tommy, and it will break his heart and his spirit. Don't expect you to be pals. Now is not the time to focus on feelings. You need that info, son.
No.
Thank you, friend. Wow, this makes me feel like I should pick up smoking again. Would help with my rhymes, too.
What does it matter? We can actually find her first. We can talk to the other fellow. Maybe he'll rat on her. He's bound to, surely.
Everything's still cool here, officer.
I can't ask him about her. He's another driver. Rated out the lady driver. Rhetoric 3. Why does it... whatever. I just find the unequal application of questioning, lines of questioning across the different people to be mightily frustrating.
Looking for something, Hunt? Come to tell me to fuck off
Oh,
again?
he's the other race dude.
I don't know what you're talking about. He did something. He stole his employer's goods and another lorryman's job. You should be thankful. Listen up, fuckwits. You don't scare me. You cops don't run Revachol West. You don't run Martinez. You don't run anything.
No. He means La Puta Madre.
The name resounds like a bell in the air. A dark gong. You get a bad feeling about it.
Yeah, him.
Cross your arms and nod.
Then I presume you are familiar with his peonies.
Yeah, they're his little bitches. He's got them all over the unions.
Not just the unions. He has peonies everywhere. Some say he even has them in the RCM. Dirty fucking peonies who'd do anything for him. Multi-ethnic drug addicts.
You're not peonies. You wouldn't be investigating a drug thing if you were.
No, of course not. We are not peonies. But if we were, and one of Madre's drivers were to be stealing from him, then it's a good peony's job to find out who that is. It's not a hard job. It won't take a long time. It won't make Padre Madre angry. But a stupid fucking racist is standing in the way, protecting this fucking thief.
I'm not scared of you or the mob. I'm under the protection of the Lorryman and Carters Guild.
You've seen the corpse in the yard, yes? You took a peek. I know you did. Does it look like his friends protected him?
Touche, Kim.
Nah, you wouldn't just leave him out there if you...
He tries to light a fresh cigarette, but his hands are shaky now. The sentence simply ends.
The lieutenant turns and gives you a barely perceptible nod.
Well done, Kim.
Be careful. This man's still got some fight in him, by the looks of it. It won't be easy to break him.
Oh, there's no way I'm going to get that wrong.
The main thing is to not overdo it, even when you're trying to scare someone. The
What? What do you think we're doing right now, Runt? We're outside, talking. There's some kind of homo thing?
Okay, that's enough, detective. Let's just go and ask Tommy, alright? We are wasting our time here.
Ask who? Everything's just going... Why did they go to a dead end there? Why was my only option just completely freaking irrelevant? Like, literally... Oh, let's get out of here. Why are we cornering ourselves with our own investigative lines of reasoning? It's hard to fathom. I guess it just must come back to the idea that lots of options don't appear unless you have the skills to even inquire on them. So it's kind of a... There's a million more lines of dialogue that I'm missing with the current skill set that I've employed, which is a balanced across all skill set, with composure being the focus. So at the minute I'm not getting much of anything. What do we do? Because I'm struggling really bad. What the heck is this for? Wait, so I can equip that? Oh, it's got 4 uses left. Lock containers. I don't know.
Not bad advice, actually. This might.
Let's talk about our right to work. No, I'm not a fighter. I'm a worker.
You're useless, man. Somebody here, please talk to me.
A lorry stuck in the traffic jam. This big, heavy Grad-made machine is well kept for such an old. The windows are clear. They've been recently washed. You can see a lorryman's cabin with personal belongings. The driver has adorned his space with a substantial collection of peculiar paraphernalia. Proclamations about honor, strength, and purity are glued to various panels. The back end of the cabin is a small perch to sleep, large ashtrays. There are several suns and wheels sewn into the curtain.
Racist nationalist paraphernalia. Not unusual in this part of town. This is our guy.
The lieutenant nods towards the racist lorry driver.
Likely, yes. This guy's proud of who he is. Drapes it all over his machine.
There he is, in front of Rita, smoking nervously, hoping it's over.
Yeah, but we already talked to him and butchered that conversation. Maybe we can work out which bloody thing is the lorry of the lady. Maybe we can work that out. Oh, something on the ground. Yeah, we're zooming out and we're scanning. What's that about? Nice.
A crumpled billboard reading, Samaran butter soaks in the canal. Two are just
Oh my.
tasteless advertising at the bottom.
Give me something.
No use
Give me one good roll.
Whatever it is, the boy on the billboard seems very happy.
We talked to this guy. No, we talked to him.
There's a pile of cheap sunglasses.
You like sunglasses, officer? I've got the latest styles, right?
These are all boring. Boring. Those UV stickers are almost certainly just there for the show. If anything, these
These are all first-rate sunglasses. Premium design, super material, very cool. UV
Okay, my conceptualization is too low for a good roll. Anything else around here? I am absolutely struggled. Struggled. Enormous balls worthy of a real man. Hey, let's talk to this guy. Better to wrath around me, boy.
This coin-operated viewer is facing southwest. Its coin slot is full of fossilized bubblegum, rendering the machine.
Probably some kids.
The metal feels cold and wet. A thick layer of graffito covers the lenses. You spell out the word. That's Kuno on the lens. Under the graffito, a sea of blues and greys appear. Behind the water lies a coast, studded with concrete and reeds. On it, a church on stilts. Lanky, weather-worn wooden planks. An X-shaped cross topping its tower. The church looks old and weather-worn, There are no lights in the windows. Around the large wooden building, you see chunks of sea ice gathered on the beach, and a small tent set up on the ice.
If you got a bag in your hand, perhaps you can collect these bottles and sell them. I don't know the bag, and I can't collect them and sell them. Sheesh. What is that blue thing? Oh, we have a blue naval coat. So let's have a look at that. Maybe. So we have. What was that one? Suggestion and less on the half-light. Okay. So we can drink. I am struggling. Sleeping dock water. Dock worker. Dock water. Joyce Messier. The Hanged Man. Broken window. Pile of Eternite. Measure head. Formidable. Rain? Oh no. This is where I wish I remembered people's names. Well, we're struggling, lady.
Good.
We need help.
What can I help you with? Word has traveled, yes, but nothing of real substance has surfaced yet.
It appears we are being monitored every step we take, colleague. Did we have any other business here?
Oh, we found the lady. Why is that so high?
This reality. Ah, yes. The episode. Sounds like an acute case of encephalopathy, now that I think of it.
She puts down a thermal cup and looks at
Don't
you.
be phased, madame. He functions perfectly well. He only needs a lowdown on all of reality.
He may be here a while then. Ask away, officer. I'll help however I can.
All right, you're in. Begin with the first one. You'll appear worldly.
These are unimportant times, Detective. You and I were born after the dust had settled. 1,000th of a second too late. For the big time.
Her eyes light up. There's a flash of teeth.
The revolution. It's quite easy. Every 100 years or so, our species gets together to decide what's next, who gets shot in the head, and who gets the mineral rights. It's a real kerfuffle. Those would be the communists. Generally speaking, 40 million people got shot in the head during the World Revolution. But the communists, they all got shot in the head. Oh, and the anarchists too. They shot them well. So well, one forgets they even existed. Did they ever? Before they got shot themselves, they shot 2 million people.
Yeah, it was a kerfuffle, all right.
Lieutenant mumbles from behind his notes.
Yes, the Insulindian deluge, they call it. Oh, lots of people. Even the king got shot in the head, or thrown beneath a horse, or drowned. Accounts differ. It was unceremonious. Just as well, he wasn't actually the king. Just the king's nephew. The real king abdicated and lived out a long and productive life as a venture capitalist in Grad. I prefer the term risk-averse. King Guillaume was nobody's fool. He could smell a PR disaster brewing, so he got out alive, and his nephew Fricelle got shot in his place. Him and tens of thousands of his wonderfully fascist kingsmen. It was a wild time. The liberals got the mineral rights. And by mineral rights, I mean everything. Liberals are usually middle-class people, Detective. Or the remaining gentry. The beneficiaries of the pre-revolutionary arrangement. Some were rich enough to stay with the Constitution, with monarchy. Big mistake. Others bet on the revolution. They were called the Ultras, or Ultra-Liberals. They fared well.
How did the Liberals win it
They
all?
didn't win so much as survive. We were the last ones standing when the war ended. Everyone else got shot in the head, remember?
We. She's one of them. Of course.
To foreign intervention. The Coalition. Those people really took the mineral rights. The Liberals took everything that wasn't nailed to the ground. The Coalition took the ground. The ocean, the laws, and the people. The Coalition of Nations. Grad, Mesk, Vesper, Messina, Oranje, and Sur-la-Clay. The armed center of the world. They landed here and ended the revolution. It was the moralist thing to do.
Moralist?
The moralists believe in keeping everything exactly the way it is. They believe in mineral rights, and not shooting people in the head. At least not in the same manner and volume as the others do. They are the long-standing provisional rulers of Revachol now, the coalition government.
The rulers of Revachol. And also, the world. These guys are strong.
This is their zone of control. They embolden the RCM with crumbs of the same law they took. Technically speaking, you are a moralist. An almost endearingly moralist standpoint.
Picking the
Must be
option
hard
that doesn't
to take a
commit.
moderate approach to head shooting in your line of work. The turn of the century revolution? Don't answer it. It's a trick question. The revolution began in '02 on the Isla of Grad, though by the end, nearly the whole world had gotten involved. It wasn't a who, but a what. A pandemic of Zarat, a particularly virulent prion disease, which the authorities in Grad proved unable to contain. Then Mazov came along and overthrew the government. It made people overthrow their governments. Of course not. It was a highly infectious microorganism that destroyed brain tissue. The actual causes of the revolution were material. The pandemic only provided the spark. From Revachol and Grad? Not far. The world managed to cauterize itself.
No way.
Mazov's government was overthrown in '08, and the coalition crushed the Revachol commune 2 years later. It was the end. Why? You and I, officer. Our lives in the zone of control.
So this is basically Code Geass.
Something tells you her life and yours are not that similar. Maybe it's because she has a boat and you have that necktie? A pair of pants?
No doubt. But we share the same time and position on the planet's crust. That counts for more than you think.
I agree.
A city-state divided into free market zones under the everlasting interregnum of the Coalition of Nations. And you, of course, the citizens' militia. The zone of control is the third incarnation of Revachol, after the failure of the suzerain and the commune. Modernity. They developed the marvels of the inter-eastlery communication. Telematic milieus, radiation, colored plastics. Meanwhile, in Revachol West, the aftermath continues for the 5th decade. 43 years. Hard to fathom, I know. The 20s saw a decade of urban war, west of the river leveled, offshore platforms in flames. Still, it's regarded as an improvement on what came before. '08 to '19 was simply hell. The 30s? Things settled down in the 30s. Revachol East transformed itself into the world's largest tax haven, with the international community's blessing. For the first time in a long time, it seemed like things were going somewhere. Yes, and quantitative easing. It was a market mirage, unfortunately. The 40s dispelled it. An Isla-wide hangover, you might say. So, here we are.
She curtsies.
Welcome to reality, baby.
For her to be where she is, Wild Pines Group must have picked the right side.
They picked the winning side. That's why they're here, and others are not. Perhaps it wouldn't have turned out that way had I been in charge. I might have bet on the king and led the Pines to doom. I would have sided with the cannons. If you'd seen the calibers of the things, you might have too. Perhaps it's better I was born when I was. 10 of the 14 Indo tribes got it wrong. Feld, Kupri, Tricentennial. So I suppose I would have been in good company. Good question. What would you have done differently?
Let's be real here.
And you would have died, most likely. Not far from here. Maybe even right here, during the beachhead, defending the coast the day the Coalition took the city. No,
Yeah.
almost certainly. The Commune would have forced you. Such was the fate of the undecided. They are what they are. Who knows? An afterbloom may yet come. Anyway, enough sentimentality. Is there anything else you want to know?
Not so fast. Who is she in all this? Ask her who she is. She owes you an answer.
We're in Martinez, baby. A casual term of endearment popular among the 50-plus crowd. It's a disco holdover, pay it no heed. Aren't we all?
She refers to your corresponding ages.
Martinez is a district of Revachol. A very small district tucked away near the industrial harbor. North of the 881 and Jamrock. You would be excused for not knowing about it. Unimportant, they say. Forgotten, even. Shelled to smithereens during the Revolution. It has its charms, just not this time of year. I'm not a good ambassador. I've only been here once before, as a teenager. Not a lot has changed. There are ruins, a terminal, fishing boats, reeds, boys with boxy shoulders. As I told you, Martinez used to be a province, a workers' resort before the city swallowed it and the artillery did its part. Now the reeds are the real star of the show here. The further down the coast, the wilder it gets. It's not really a sea, it's the Bay of Revachol. And the bay feeds into the ocean. Yes, we're on an island in an ocean. The world's largest body of water, the Insulindic.
Vast, lukewarm and unknowable, flowing in and out of sight.
Caillou, as you already know. Imagine a pebble. A smoothed-over pebble amidst a great blue sea, misshapen, cracked. The cracks are the River Esperance. We're in the delta of this river, on the 6th branch, the Martinez distributary.
It is clear this pebble is of enormous value to her.
Revachol? Revachol is what you call a city.
What kind of city?
Great kind.
As if it's self-explanatory, beyond patriotism, a fact.
History detective. They built this city to resolve history. Our part in it, at least. Our centuries. The nations of the Occident, or migrant workers from Seminine and Ile-Marat, depending on your creed. In the DeLorean century, 380 years ago, they say it's where the terrible questions of our time will be answered. The tensions are highest, the fault lines deepest. By that I mean conflicts. Ideological conflicts. The stuff of men.
stuff of humans.
We are standing on a fertile, self-sufficient island able to sustain up to 200 million people in the middle of the Insulindic Ocean, the world's connective tissue. It's where the money is. I think it's fair to say so. Martinez is about
She points across the water where the skyscrapers rise.
22 kilometers from the center of the world. That soldering iron is the bank of the world building. The bottom floors are Insiacom. Coalition government, Insulindian Mission Command.
Silence. She lowers her hand. The water, the light. It's as though you're seeing it for the first time. There is no recognition, only the immensity of the sea and the cold radiating from it.
We are where we are. I have no truer answer to give, unfortunately.
She watches you closely as you scan the horizon.
This is one thought you need to complete. Where are you?
Was there something else you wanted to know? I remember something about a lowdown. It's a neurological disorder caused by a lack of vitamin B in the brain. Symptoms include a retrograde amnesia. It's quite serious. You should get yourself checked out. Well, it's either bariatric surgery or long-term alcohol use.
She nods slowly. What this boils down to is, this reality thing is stupid. Blow this joint, grab a bottle, and drain that shit right down your throat. She stares at you, head tilted to the side.
There's no
with a
way we're going to
slightly
get the
concerned
spirit of the
look
corpse.
on her face.
She
She
hums.
won't maneuver her way out of this one.
I am the vilest of the vile. A traitor, a devourer of nations and infants. I am an ultra.
She raises the corner of her mouth, smirking, revealing a canine.
Dios mío, a liberal. No, wait, what's an ultra?
An ultra-liberal. It's a type of liberal. From the revolution. It's, not the moderate kind. Yes. I am the nether creature of the Forbidden Swamp. I pushed the king under a shit wagon and betrayed the revolution. My kind surrendered the nation to financial colonists. Perhaps you thought we'd gone extinct. After all, no sane person identifies as an ultra anymore. Not in broad daylight. Tell me, now that I've uncoiled myself, are you repulsed?
In her green eyes, you see a mixture of truth and self-satire. Decades of guilt and pride.
A devil, who being of great charm and guile, sneaketh into the homes of the godly.
Beneath her waterproof raincoat and silk shirt is a body imbibed in numb 12 perfume. You are suddenly and intimately aware of it.
Line number 2 is
I hope we are able to continue as friends despite my scaly bulk and the treacheries committed by my people against the suzerain and the commune. When the dust settled, the liberals were the only ones left to clean up the mess. By virtue of their survival, they were handed enormous power to shape the future. This was all our last generation managed. With due respect to our overlords, the eternal caretaker government that keeps Martinez a monument to the efficacy of its artillery, I would not have relinquished sovereignty to the Coalition. Not here in Martinez, and not in the Stella Maris or Delta Beachheads either. If not for my own sake.
She realizes her small, cold fists are clenched. She loosens them.
Then for my daughters. We had an obligation to defend our sovereignty. We should have burned the whole Isla down rather than let them have it.
Dark orange flames reflect in her green eyes. An oil fire on the ocean.
Perhaps. My intellectual vanity will be my undoing.
as always.
You're no dummy yourself.
Oran's electromagnet would be my under. God damn, they're both. Oh, this is unfair.
A smart boy getting smarter, one basic term of reality at a time. Yes, I suppose I am. But I wouldn't be a patriot anywhere but here.
Seditious talk, man.
Lieutenant puts down his notes and gives her a look.
Yes. Whatever else I am, I'm also a mother. And a wife. Now, shall we return to reality?
Spread your hands? What is this
A
about?
bird? A sphenicid? A flightless bird of the polar regions? Ah! This is the pier of Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 33A, where the tenants have been kind enough to rent me a slot. Or two. A pre-revolutionary tenement. Old buildings are called tenements, you see. And new buildings, bâtiments. After les bâtiments nouveaux. But 33A and 33B are not nouveaux. They're old.
She looks up at the crumbling facade.
This one used to be 8 to 10 stories tall. A real high-rise by the standards of the last century. Built to mirror the skyscrapers across the bay in the Delta. That was before the war, of course. Mostly the urban middle class, I believe. This was once primo real estate, before the cannons lopped 4 or 5 stories off. Splat, splat.
From a dilapidated balcony, Cindy the Skull gives Joyce the evil eye, her red paintbrush held to her throat.
Wonderful.
Alright, we can try and do some crazy rolls, but what's that? Let's do that.
The girl in the old lady rags. Looks like a sullen and rebellious member of a teen infraculture. Yes, you and I belong to the supraculture. We're common, the herd. The music on the radio, the food in the chain restaurant, those are all too popular for the girl in the old lady rags. She prefers a fantasy world, an infraculture with its own dress code and vernacular. It is an illusion, I'm afraid. There is no refuge from the supraculture. I can't. That's how simple it is. One may dye their hair green and wear their grandma's coat all they want. Capital has the ability to subsume all critiques into itself. Even those who would critique capital end up reinforcing it instead. All right. What next?
That was beautifully said. Well done. I don't think we're going to be able to do... I suppose that's all we can do. We could try... No, it's fine.
Glad to have been of assistance. The little that I know. Anything else?
I don't want to ask for money. Just... Although we get experience, it's just not worth it. We did that, didn't we? I don't know. Alright.
Coach physical instrument.
Here we go.
Wait, how did you know all those hammer throw techniques? How do you know how to hold a discus? Or the world youth record in discus? Something doesn't add up here. This mushy thing between your ears didn't know the name of the city you're in, but it comes loaded with trivia about the correct chin position of a shot-put ball. Could it be that? Shut up, namby-pamby. This train of thought ends abruptly. It's leg day. Straighten your rhombus muscle. It's shirts versus skins. Take your shirt off, Namby. Your skins.
Ooh! So we get physical instrument +2 if shirt slot is empty. Okay, so we have... volumetric compressor. Ooh. Okay, let's not worry about those for now. So that gives us... Let's take this shirt off. How do I take the shirt off? What do I do? Okay, so... So we're at 5. So can we level up? Alright, so we're at 6 now. Let's have a little look and see if we can get past the racist fellow. Or we could talk to Skull briefly. She's in the infraculture.
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
Oh, there's something more I can say. Alright, let's go back and see if we can get past the fellow on the... And if not, I could drink the alcohol, get it up to 7 physical instrument. See if that's enough. Kind of want to keep leveling composure. That was kind of the whole point of this. I gotta zoom in because it's just not. It doesn't look good. It's odd. It feels like it stutters a little bit when I'm too zoomed out. It's just the nature of the animations. Let me talk to this guy.
Hello, wandering man. How can I help you?
I'm trying to borrow money but all the time. Let's have a little look.
Your race descent has only worsened since the last soul.
Okay, we're looking pretty good.
Really
So I think
go.
if we drink the booze. Alright, let's save game. I'm not going to save scum, don't worry about it. But, you know, maybe. Maybe. Let's do it. I'm a gambler.
Has only worsened since the last saw you.
Bring it!
Really let yourself.
Oh, thank God.
Just like that, instinct took over. A solid strike straight into his throat, into the cartilage. You could swear you felt the soft palate break. The man is reeling, gasping for air. Time stands still around you. In the distance, the sounds of the harbor are falling silent. All you hear is a small gurgling sound as a trickle of blood appears on the man's lip.
We're gonna rip into him with the right hook. Ah, damn it. We're trying to spin kick.
Oh God, wrong move. Your head is in his hands, like a pair of forceps crushing you, and you can feel every jewel.
You know the words. I am a degenerate drunk.
The compression is unbearable. This is causing some serious damage to whatever precious, gelatinous thing is in...
It must be neurodegenerative. You never learn.
Ah.
It has happened.
Another fit of criminal rage.
Your fist cracks in his hand.
The words to this.
Your hand twists.
Good. Now go before you enter cardiac arrest.
Alright, so we needed to do...
Please, stop doing this.
Where's Save's coming? I have to do it so I don't have to submit to his racial theory. You know. This is the price you have to pay for upholding your beliefs. At some point, you just have to drink alcohol.
Well, Hello? Someone seems to have found himself a bottle of alcohol. Here's where the magic happens. Light reflects off the green glass of the Commodore Red. The gods have been generous. Better pop it open before they change their minds. Wow, the gods of mass production have made this alcohol container laughably easy to open. A child could have done it.
Alright, let's do it.
There's a satisfying pop as the cork jumps out, and the hair on your back rises like an army at attention. You've been here before. Welcome back, detective. You're home now. A golden sun melts down your throat. Its rays filling your nostrils with sunshine. Your stomach melts from it into a happy, gooey mess. So does your mind. All the bad things are melting. You're you again. A real cop. A real detective. Incredibly well done.
Alright.
In the bottom right corner of the screen, there's an alcohol button. Alcohol gives +1 to physique skills. Physical instrument, half light, electrochemistry, endurance, pain threshold, and shivers. This is good before rolling a white check, but damages your morale. And remember,
from the void we came, and to the void we must return.
Your race descent has only worsened since I last saw you. You have really let yourself go.
Alright, so the right hook didn't work last time.
Instinct took. The man is reeling. All you hear is a small gurg. He's open. Rip into him. Right hook. Escalate it. Get intimate with him. Bring the hurt closer.
I don't know how we're going to do this 360 flailing spin kick, but you know what? Oh! Holy shit.
Lands with a dull thump, like a broken down puppet of muscles and sinew. For a moment, he still tries to keep his head up, dazed eyes looking at you with unimaginable surprise. To your left is the button. As you slam your fist on
That's
the
what I'm
button,
talking about.
the man collapses entirely, his head rolling to the side.
Looks like you're the new measurehead now.
No one is the new measurehead. Let's go before he gets up.
The lieutenant makes haste towards the door. Oh, what's that? Alright. Holy shit, that was impressive. God damn.
Knocked him out good. Like the Flying Desperado. It's that really cool Flying Desperado spin kick you did, Boyadero. Often performed by the most hard-bodied boyaderos on the steps. So, what's on your mind this time?
Enough. Man, you got nothing to contribute. Alright, that was pretty goddamn impressive. I feel like that's a well, oh, I'm still affected by alcohol. Let's talk to what's his face.
Went native on the chief, huh? Those ballerina antics were reckless. Should have just punched him in the throat again.
It wouldn't have worked out.
Wrong. You did the right thing with Measurehead. The ballerina antics won you the fight.
Let's talk about our right to work.
Shut up. Alright, so what does that do? That opened the door? Oh, he's back up. Whatever. I pressed the bloody button. Nothing happened. I'm kind of confused. Let's punch this guy in the face.
Looking for something, Hunt? Come to tell me to fuck off again?
Let's gamble. I believe in myself. We're on a winning run. Oh, piss off.
Time was so
I'm so pissed off from that. Alright. So we could keep leveling up physical instrument. We could keep going in composure. Actually, leveling anything else would probably be smart too. Electrocurrency is 6. That's mad. Endurance. Hand-eye coordination. I think we should save the skill point. I feel like we'll definitely need that. Alright, so I'm not exactly sure where I'm supposed to go now. Kim, can you tell me where to go?
Yes?
Okay, we pressed the button. Did that do anything? I'm so confused. You know what? Let's just check the diary. Alright, inner duty. Alright. Oh, I'm gonna call for the motor carriage. We can do that. Is this the motor carriage?
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow. The frequency tableau lights up, and the green button labeled Prime Line glows like a feline. The soft purr of electrical kittens. Radio waves cast far and wide over the metropolis. A woman's voice greets.
This is Precinct 57. Hello, Lieutenant. How may I assist you?
Hello, Alice. Please assist our colleague from the 41st precinct here. I'm putting him on.
Operating the radio is easy. Just be confident. You've probably done it 1,000 times.
This is Officer Alice Demetri, Precinct 57. How may I assist you? Just a second, officer.
She puts you on hold. The static crackling softly like a bonfire. After a while, you hear an old man greet you from the radio. His rattly voice is oddly familiar.
10-2, 10-5. This is 41st. Come in. Over. 10-4. What's your status? Over. 10-18. 10-20. Over. State your message, sir. Over. 10-9. Repeat message. Over. 10-4, message received. This is a very serious situation. I need to 10-22 the captain. Over.
10-22, the captain. This sounds bad. Bad and scary. Like being called to the headmaster's office in school.
Is it him? What does he want? Says he lost his badge and needs to report it. He what? He lost his badge? This is Communication Officer Jules Pidieux, sir. Over. You mean your partner? Over. What is he saying? He's asking who you are. I'm his goddamn partner. It's your partner, Satellite Officer Vitmar, sir. Over. Did he lose his memory along with his fucking badge?
The man in the background sounds like he's losing his patience.
Who lost his badge? Dick fucking Mullen. Who do you think?
It's Officer Dick Mullen from the bestseller Dick Mullen and the Lost Identity.
He says, fighting off laughter.
Dick Mullen is not your name. It's the name of a fictional detective who would not lose his badge. Defend yourself. Immediately. They're laughing at you.
He says this has probably happened to other policemen before him and laughs sarcastically.
Oh, goddamn it. Is he fucking kidding? The whole station's gonna be dicked for this.
Satellite Officer Vitmar is wondering if you might be joking and adds that this tarnishes the reputation of the entire...
Mullen dicked us.
10-4, I hear you, officer. I'm just going to make a note here that you are in pursuit of your misplaced badge. Over.
Fuck me. Mac, come here. You've got to hear this. Dick Mullen lost his badge.
What's going on?
Super Cop here lost his badge.
He lost his what? His badge. He lost his goddamn fucking badge.
10-9, come again. I didn't get that. Over.
The animated conversation is back in the back, making it difficult for him to hear.
New heights even for Captain Sober.
Ask him. Ask him if he's lost his gun, too.
The room roars with laughter. Alright. Let's... Oh, I can't save.
Sergeant Orson wants to know...
God damn it! Alright, I'll see you next time.